Hello everyone, welcome to Devs Insights Tech. So if you have clicked this button, this means you want to know what is the difference between practice-based learning and project-based learning, right? So let's get into it. See, in the world of computer science, two things matter. First, practice. Second, logic. Okay, if any programmer can match his practice with his logic building, then he is the greatest programmer of all time. Okay, now what makes a person a better programmer? See, the person who can solve real world problems with his logic and programming skills is called a real programmer. Okay, if we go to any kind of interview or something, they will ask us about real world problems, as I've said in my previous video. Okay, so solving problems means you need to make any application, any script, any program that can solve a real world problem, and uh, we can use this result on a real world solution. Okay, which means I'm saying if any problem arises and that can be solved using a program, then a programmer must create that program to solve that problem. Okay, now let's begin about practice based learning and project based learning. See, many programmers prefer to use lead code, HackerRank, and all this. Okay, and many programmers believe in making projects like e-commerce, social media, and all this. Now, see the difference. If anybody is learning data structures, he will prefer HackerRank, he will prefer lead code, he will prefer other code practicing websites. And if anyone decides in web development or web application development, then he will go to either YouTube or GitHub or something extra code base or source code bank to extract the source code and practice on it. Okay, now see the main difference. What we programmers think in beginning is that we cannot make projects if we are not able to learn the programming language, but it's wrong. The best way of learning a programming language is to make projects along with the problem solving. Okay, if we are solving a problem, then that problem solving algorithm can be used in a project that can be further multiplied into large scale projects. Okay, in 1990s or 80s, e-commerce was not that much popular. What was e-commerce? It was, just think about it. Today there may be some kind of practices like you have to in back in the day when Amazon was made. Amazon may be some kind of high schoolers or some kind of college projects to them. And what Amazon has now become, it become a real world project, a real world application that we cannot live without. We are ordering every day on Amazon. Okay, so basically what makes a program or what makes a application workable is depending on the topic that how can we use this on real world. So I'm going to main difference between a project based learning and practice based learning. Okay, suppose you want to become an Android developer. Okay, now what you need to do, if you become an Android developer, then you need at least, you don't need three. I'm saying there are three programming languages that you can use to develop an Android app. Okay, one is Java, one is Kotlin, one is Dart, and another one is there that is based upon React, that is React Native. Dart and React Native are used. See, Dart is based on Flutter framework. Okay, so Flutter and React Native are used for cross-platform, that is both Android and iOS. Okay, and Java and Kotlin can be used both for data structures and algorithms and both for Android development and all. So now it is the topic what to follow and what to not. See, Java and Kotlin. If you want to practice Java and Kotlin, then you need to understand the basic fundamentals of programming language. For that, you will go to tutorials. You will learn Kotlin tutorial 2025, and a bunch of tutorials will come. You will choose the tutorial that will have the playlists. Okay, not that a 12 to 13 hour long video. No, that is given to playlist, small playlist, 20 minutes a video or 30 minutes a video playlist. Okay, next, what you will do after going through the playlists, you will make notes, not on PC, on your copy. Okay, you will make notes, and then what you will do, see, suppose you have learned Kotlin through a website, through a playlist. Okay, and you have made handwritten notes of Kotlin on your copy. Okay, I'm giving you my roadmap of how I have learned Kotlin development on Java development, React Native development. Okay, what I have done, I have practiced coding on my copy. Understood? On my copy, I have gone through Kotlin tutorials, what they have written on the code, I have written on my copy. I've understood how the loop is working, how the constructors and destructors are working, how garbage collection is working, garbage collection concept in Java. Okay, so how they are working, I've learned everything on my copy. I have made notes, and then what I have done, I have searched Java beginner projects. I have made a tic-tac-toe game. Tic-tac-toe, you understood? Cross and zero, cross and zero. If the three rows, if the three match in the horizontal or vertical corner, we win. Okay, I have made a tic-tac-toe game based upon my Java knowledge. I have used YouTube tutorial and my notes to practice Java. Now I can make Java GUI for making registration forms, for making a Java Tomcat, Java servlet page, and all these I can make using my notes and using YouTube tutorials. You understood where this works? See, you don't need practice to make yourself proficient. You need some tutorials. See, one cannot do without tutorials. Understood? If you are practicing Java, then you make sure for what purpose you are practicing Java. If you are practicing Java for development, then you will practice Java for development. If you want to practice Java for DSA, then you want to make a project that is based on DSA. Okay, for example, there is a topic on concept called stacks. Okay, stacks. I have given a video on stacks in C programming. There is stack concept is on, it can be implemented on Java also. So application of stack can be done using making a clipboard app. I am copying this. I am copying this text. I am pasting on the clipboard, and I am pasting it on the other part of the other application. See, copy paste. So stack has a use. So what I will do, I will not just implement stack. I will make a copy paste application that uses stack. Okay, linked list can be used on blockchain. So if I make a, so if I want to make an animation, see, linked list can also be used in JavaScript. How? Let me explain. Suppose you want to make an application that each and every task that I give is connected to each other. Means first task is completed, then I will go to next task. Okay, I cannot go from here to here without doing the first task. Then what I will do, I will use a linked list. See, use of linked lists, use of stacks. I will not directly write the code of linked list or stack. I will just use the concept of linked list and stack to implement them into other applications. Okay, that is project based learning. We can learn data structures, we can learn development using project based learning. Understood? For example, there is a concept called linear search. What I will do, I will make a simple registration form in PHP or in JavaScript, and I will connect it to a database where number of emails are there. If I enter an email on my GUI, then that text gets checked by each and every database and returns me a value if it is available or not. So linear search is used on this. See how I have implemented linear search on a project. That's how we do project based development. Okay, practice based is good, but when you are going in enterprise development, enterprise level programming, then you will need applications on your concepts. Data structures are basically concepts that you will use in your enterprise level project development. Okay, now why you should do project based development? Okay, as I have said, it uses all your concepts, all your imagination. You can use your imagination to implement those concepts in your projects. For example, I want to make an e-commerce project. Okay, e-commerce has a search option. Okay, e-commerce has a search option. I will use linear search to search among all my products. Okay, in other functions, like I have to bring the product, admin brings a product from his side and it shows me the product. Okay, so are you seeing how the product goes into the website and how the product shows to me? So these are APIs. Okay, these are APIs. So we will learn about APIs. So you will experience that data structure development. Data structure is an inevitable part of development. See, if it is the development ring, see, F is development ring, and inside a development ring there are data structures. Data structures play an inevitable part in enterprise level development. Okay. Now, Python. You have learned Python. Data science. Okay. So what you will do? Data science. We have got the concept of Keras. You've got the concept of TensorFlow. You've got a concept of machine learning. So what will you implement? A neural network. There is no point of developing a neural network, because neural network tutorials are I mean, what to say? I mean, they're raining cats and dogs about the videos of building a neural network from scratch using TensorFlow and all. What you need to do to stand out, you need to make a project using neural network. What? For example, there is a concept of RAG, R-A-G, in which you upload a PDF, your neural network trains upon that PDF and gives you an output based upon your PDF. That means chat with PDFs like feature. Okay, so this is important. This will make you stand out. See, these kind of projects are important for your developmental journey, and they will make you a, maestro of programming something. Nice. That's a bit good word for the word. Okay. So what I'm saying that I personally cannot implement a simple stack. Okay. I'm saying it because I know I cannot implement a simple stack. But what I can do, I have the logic of stack. I know how stacks work. I know how stack operations work. And what I can do, I can write codes based upon the logic I have. See, I don't know any programming language. For example, Golang, a language that is developed by Google. Okay. Now, if somebody says, Devapriyo, implement stack on Golang, what I will see? I have the concept of Golang. No, I don't have any concept of Golang. I have concept of stacks. Yes, I have. I know how stacks works. Yes, I know. What is the operation stack? Yes, I know. What I will learn? I will just learn the syntax on how to write a structure, on how to write a class on Golang. But I don't need anything else to implement stack on Golang. See, that's how programmers should be. To just learn the programming language and to implement the concepts. Logic is important. And problem solving. Logic and problem solving both are important. Okay. I have said in my previous video, I'm saying in this video, if you want to learn about programming, learn its logic, learn how it's work, learn how the compiler is thinking, and that's how become a good developer. Okay. If it is project based development, you have come through numerous tutorials. Okay, making a school management system, attendance management system. How are these happening? These are happening because of concepts. In attendance management system, there is a queue. Okay. If one student is present, he will attend the class, he will leave the class, or he will leave the school. Okay, it's a queue implementation. CRUD. If you have learned about database implements CRUD, CRUD operations. Create, read, delete. These operations can be performed in database. How these operations works can be implemented on a attendance management system. So understand why project-based development is important. If you are learning any programming language, if you are learning any programming framework, then you must implement data structures on it first. No need to practice. Just understand the data structure efficiently so that you can use it on your projects. If you are using Golang to develop an e-commerce, you just learn how to write the code for Golang in stacks. I mean, how to write the code of stacks in Golang. Sorry for so basically what you need to do is just understand the syntax of Golang, implement your logic on stacks, write the code and implement it on your enterprise code. So project based development is important because see, companies will check. Most of the companies don't do technical round. What they do, they will let you to use Google or something or Stack Overflow, okay, in your coding interview. But when it comes to your projects, they will do a technical round where they will ask what you have used on your project, what was the logic behind your project, everything they will ask on it. I have said on my previous video, I'm saying on this video, real world projects matter on technical interviews. So keep that in mind. So I am saying, if your practicing code is good, but implement those concepts on your real world projects, on your real world applications. That's how you will stand out. Sayonara.